So, am I pronouncing your name correctly? Famos?
Famous.
Famous.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like fame.
That's
Famous.
awesome.
Yeah.
So that's why it's, and is that your last name is Fame?
No.
That's just your IG.
Yeah.
Okay. What's your last name?
Madu.
Yeah, man, it's cool because we've been, let's see, I think were you here? I think you were here before I moved in, right? Or maybe,
No.
No?
No. I don't know.
Yeah, I can't remember because you were in the room next to Benny for a while. Then you expanded over, or were you in the one on the very end?
Okay, so I started with the room by the stairs. Not the one I'm in. Not the other one on the other side. Mm-hmm. And I moved to where Kush, Kush. Mm-hmm. The double room in there. Then for some reason we just lost that room, and then I left like maybe for about 6 months, and I was like, you know what, I need to get it back, So I called Sandy, like, okay, I need a room.
Yeah.
So she gave me an office. She said, oh, I already have offices unless you can flip it. And so I flipped.
Nice.
So, yeah.
So, okay, that's cool. So, yeah, you recently did the expansion.
Then I got the second room and expanded.
How's that been working out?
Yeah, it's been good. It's been great. It's been great,
So now your control room, though, is in the room closest to the stairs?
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So did you keep that booth or did you knock that out?
I knocked it out.
Oh, okay.
Knocked it out.
So you have plenty of room now.
Yeah.
So in the booth room, did you create like another booth or did you just leave it open?
I just left it open.
Oh, okay, cool. Obviously you do a lot of vocals in there. Do you record any other instruments or is it mainly vocals?
Guitar.
Nice.
And no, just guitar, just live guitar.
So you'll mic up a cab and stuff?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So because we can't do drums too loud.
Yeah.
This space is not, good for things like that.
Yeah, I've done drums in here a bit, but I haven't in a while, but I used to like quite a bit. I would try to do it late so it wouldn't, I only had like one or two times where I had a couple of complaints, but honestly, like it worked out pretty well for what I wanted to do in here, but now it's been maybe 2 years since I've even messed with that. So I just go to other studios for drums and that works out much better. But
it's a lot of miking too.
Yeah. I have like a 16 IO interface, so it's fine, but it's just better for me to go to other studios for that. So, okay, so you do a lot of vocals, guitars. So what would you say is your main specialty with the music production? Are you more of a producer or a mixer or engineer? Like what would you say you specialize in?
I'm specializing in the engineering part, mixing and a little bit of mastering. But mixing is like, okay, yeah. I think I got it down a little. I got it down. I don't want to say I'm perfect yet, because I'm not. I don't think I'm there yet, because I keep learning every day.
Yeah, there's always more to learn.
There's always more to learn, because even if I'm bored, or like I go on YouTube and just, okay, let me see how this guy is mixing some vocals today. Let me see, check out somebody and see. And it's always something different. I was like, oh, then I might try that on my next session and say, oh, okay, it didn't work out for me.
Yeah, like one of the great things about YouTube is like there's a lot of bad information on there, like a lot of people doing stupid shit like with audio tutorials, but there's also a lot of great ones that I've learned a lot from. So it's cool to like you said, to try it out on your own session, and if it works for you, then great. If not, pass on it. But yeah, that's awesome. So you like the mixing the most?
The mixing is that's the fun part.
Hell yeah, that's my favorite part as well.
Yeah, that's the fun part. Yeah.
When the raw tracks you get, like if you're mixing something you didn't record and just a client sending you something, and when you get a session that is recorded really well and it's really neat and organized, then it's like, it's so much fun. The problem for me is when it comes in like a complete mess and the really bad, like low quality recording, then it's like, then it can,
that's a lot of work.
Then it isn't fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say for me, mixing is my favorite part of the process as well. Do you ever master your own mixes, or do you send them off, or it's like sometimes you do that, or
something, but half and half?
Yeah.
So if I'm trying to master and it's not like getting to where I want it to be, you know what? I just send it off to my friend, like, hey, could you help me out? Because because I probably did the mixing and now my ears are tired. You know, I'm like, okay, you know what? I need to just send this off to somebody. You know, the only thing I'll probably just master a show song. You know, just to perform. You know, until the main track is finished and mastered properly. Then
Gotcha.
I could do like simple mastering. You know.
Yeah. Like when you're prepping a song for mastering, I guess it depends on who you're sending it to, but do you leave a certain amount of headroom, or you just kind of, you do what you want and then like change it up, or like what do you do to prep for mastering?
Yeah. So sometimes when I'm mixing too, like I put in a limiter on there while I'm mixing at the same. Then sometimes I always forget to take it off when I'm sending it out. So I'm like, oh shit, I forgot to take that off. But yeah, I leave like maybe 5, you know, negative 5. Negative 5 dB. You know, just keep it that level. And sometimes I always have this problem on Pro Tools. Sometimes when I'm trying to level things out, because especially on my tracks, like I have really heavy drums and bass 808s kicking through, so I always try to measure, like try to keep it low, or my snares are hitting too sharp or too hard. You know, like, oh damn.
Yeah, like gain staging is it can get challenging because you know, some people mix really hot and they don't care. Like they don't care if shit's peaking. Like maybe every once in a while it hit red, like in Pro Tools. Like now it's the newer Pro Tools. Like there's like the yellow, like the yellow, like orange, like almost clipped, and there's the clip. And like I know like there's some mix engineers that they just ignore it. They just mix really hot, and then when they get to their mix bus, maybe they'll put like an aux before it or a fader before it, and then bring it down at the mix bus. So then whatever mix bus plugins processing they're running into, they're hitting it at a right level. Because if you weren't to adjust the gain going into your mix bus when you mix that hot, it's just hitting so hard all the way. So it's going into your first plugin on your mix bus already clipping. So it's like sounding bad. But I don't know. I noticed a lot of people, they either mix really hot, like up at 0, like most of their faders around 0, or for me, I'll clip gain everything. Yeah. Like if I get in tracks and they're fucking really hot, I'll just go through and clip gain everything down, and then I'll take all the faders and bring them down to like, I don't know, whatever I feel like, just so that the starting point, like you get the drums hitting really good right there, and then so on the mix bus, there's enough headroom. There's like a good amount. Yeah. But I've done these tests where I'll mix something like that, get it sounding how I want, with naturally having a good amount of headroom, and then I'll do like a test master of that. Then I do the same kind of, then I'll mix it again, but mix it really hot. And then I'll do that thing I just talked about. I'll bring down the mix going into the mix bus, and then adjust it there, see what that's like. Then I'll master that. And a lot of the time, the difference isn't crazy. It's not crazy different. Like sometimes the hotter mix is like maybe a little more aggressive, more like gritty sounding. But yeah, anyway, with those two different styles of, I don't know, it's interesting to see, like, you know, there's just so many different ways to go about mixing, and especially like genre specific. And it's fascinating to me to just, like what you said before, go on YouTube and see how someone will mix a vocal, or so like vocal effects, or there's just so many different areas to focus on with mixing in general. It's just insane. But like, what do you find yourself gravitating towards, like when you say you get you get files from a client and they just sound great, everything's neat, like when you slap in your plugins for mixing and stuff, like what are some of your favorite plugins to use, and how do you use them?
So I start off with I start using Fat Filter EQ. Nice. Yeah. Then with that, then to give it some shine, I put in it's a Slate plugin called Eosis.
The air? The air? Yeah. Oh, dude. It's funny because
that shit is amazing.
I ignored that plugin for a while. I was like, I don't know, I don't want to learn this yet. And then I was like, oh, it doesn't look, and then I really dug into it. I was like, wow, this is nice. Because it's actually a lot, it feels like similar to the Fab Filter a little bit. I mean, it looks completely different and it sounds different, but I like how it has the spectrum analyzer, and you can. I mean, you don't have as many bands, because with the Fab Filter you can have unlimited bands.
Yeah,
but yeah, that's a nice one.
Yeah. So then start then probably if you need to compressor, I just throw in one. Depending on the track. Same thing, reverb. Run into the aux. And yeah.
What kind of compressors do you like?
I like the CLA 2A. With that, you can just throw it on there, and it would just bring it. I'm like, oh, sometimes I don't even need to adjust it but it's already like
the default setting is there.
Yeah. I was like, oh wow.
That's what I was saying. Like if the waveform is clip gained like just in the sweet spot and it hits the plugin right, you don't have to adjust anything. It just pops out at you. Yeah, that's a nice one.
I remember back in the day when I was learning, I used to throw like a lot of plugins. I was like, oh, it's supposed to hit like this, but
it's so tempting and it's so easy to just like, because you can just go crazy and add whatever, add as many as you want, or the same plugin. Like
now, I just use like one or two main, just send maybe a bunch of percussions into one aux channel and just mix them, without putting plugins on all the tracks. I used to like every single like damn.
Yeah, because it's like, well, the option is there, so we might as well put a plugin on every track or multiple on every track. But yeah, I kind of started trying like a top-down mixing technique. Just put EQ and compression on like the groups, and then get like the drum sounding good just from like the drum bus, and then I'll go and do individual tracks. But like getting it to sound where closest to how I want it to sound, just on the group first, and then like instead of just starting with the kick, doing that, starting with a snare, then everything, and then I started to do top down a little bit, but it just depends on what I'm feeling and what the song is. But yeah, what about for bass? Like, do you just kind of leave that alone, or do you have specific EQs you like, or?
Bass is just, so I take out the high end. Mm-hmm. I feel any plugin, any EQ will work good on the bass, and then if it needs a compressor, I just maybe try, just to see if it will bring it up. Then maybe throw another bass plugin to see it will bring out some, heaviness to it.
Yeah.
Another situation I always get into is like just try to sidechain with my kicks, and that's usually sometimes I hit the sweet spot. Sometimes I'm like, I'm struggling. Trying to make sure it like it's hidden right. But it takes a while till I get it right.
Yeah. It's not an overnight.
Yeah, thing. It's not. Yeah, yeah.
If you do like a mix a day or 5 days a week or something, that's can get good really quick instead of just like doing one a week or whatever. But sidechain is obviously I don't mess with it that much for the style of music I do, but like for like dance, hip hop, and all that, it's like a big help. Just letting those kicks pop through when the bass is like really heavy, but I love the way like you get extreme with it. I like the way it sounds, like the effect of it,
the effect
like
of
that pumping and like ducking kind of thing.
Yeah, effect is dope.
Yeah. What about effects? Like for vocals, do you like to do like add crazy like layers of delays and reverbs, or do you have like a kind of go-to?
Same process. Like throwing the Fab, throwing the EOS. I keep forgetting to pronounce that. EOS, throwing the EOS, and compress. You see, but I like my vocals really like really sharp. Not really not that too sharp, but at least almost there. And
like
crispy, almost like my favorite plugin for reverb is like Valhalla.
That's a good one. Yeah,
Valhalla is good. Valhalla, or I was messing with a T-Rack plate reverb.
T-Rax has some cool plugins.
T-Rax is good. T-Rax is.
Yeah, I wanted to grab that. They have that like the ultimate bundle of everything.
Yeah.
Like for I don't know, I think it was like $300 or $400. But talk about that after. Yeah, they have like some killer looking like different modeled with like analog stuff.
Yeah, 2X.
But I do use the the one that I did buy is the stealth limiter.
Yeah.
I love that one. I use it on pretty much everything. Are you using slates, all the slate stuff?
Yeah.
Do you like the new it's called lustrous plates. Have you used that one?
I've tried it once. For some reason, I lost a license for that. I don't know. I have to call them and see because I know it comes with the whole bundle.
Yeah, it's just something they started that like cloud thing.
Yeah,
the iLok cloud.
Yeah.
It's kind of a pain because every time, like I had it sent to the cloud instead of my iLok, and it like every time you open the session, it has to connect to the cloud, that whatever, and it's
same thing,
kind of annoying. But I really like that plugin, that reverb plugin.
Okay.
But yeah, I've been using that on vocals and snares and stuff. But so what have you been working on lately? Like just for people that are listening to, like what kind of genres do you really enjoy to work on, and what that you work on the most?
So I do a lot of Afrobeat, Afrobeat dancehall, and some hip hop, but more Afrobeat and dancehall music.
Nice.
So it's more dance, more vibey songs, and that's kind of tracks I like. Yeah.
Nice. So how long have you been doing audio production?
About 10 years now.
Nice.
10 years, still learning. Every day's a process.
Oh yeah, man. It's like you think you're
good.
I look back and well, I'm kind of every year I get more humble and like more hard on myself. I'm like, no, because before it's like, oh yeah, I did, that was a good mix, and then like a year later you're like, no, and I hate it. But for me now it's just about, I kind of remove myself from it at this point. It's like as long as the client's happy, then I'm good. Even if I don't really, if I'm not feeling the mix or the vibe of it, and because I would have done it differently. But if whatever changes they want, like as long as they're happy with it, and then I'm cool. Like
a friend of mine, he works at Steakhouse Studios. I don't know if
nice.
Nice. Sam, and every time I hit him up, "Oh, Sam, I want to come play a song and see how it sounds on your studio." And I was like, "Oh, fuck!" I'm like, "Damn."
Yeah,
I was like, "Oh shit!" This is the quality is like. Then some tracks, it's like amazing. Then some I'm like, "Oh wow, what did I do to this and shit?"
Yeah, that's the thing too. Is like just going from different rooms, different acoustic treatment, and it really tells you like what's going on in your room too.
Yeah.
Like, I had that issue for a while. Like I would just have translation problems when I didn't have my room set up as well in different rooms. But yeah, for me, it's usually been like just bass stuff. Like it's either too much or too little or just not even. So
do you have a sub? You have a sub, right?
Not now. I used to, and now I have some pretty big these Cali Audio 8s that have a lot of bass. So I usually just when I want to hear what's going on in the super low end, I'll flip those on. Thinking about getting another sub anyway, just for super low end stuff. But do you mix with a sub most of the time, or do you switch it on and off?
I turn it off. I turn it off, and I bought these Aventones for the mid ranges.
The little mix cubes.
Yeah, mix
nice.
Cubes.
How do you like them?
Nice, good. They really just get that mid range.
Do you get the red or the black ones?
I got the black ones.
Nice. I really don't get those. Did you get the powered ones or the passive ones?
The powered ones.
Nice.
Very fun.
What are your main monitors?
The VXTH carry case.
Nice.
Yeah, I've had them for almost 4 years now. Yeah, it's powerful, it's strong. I mean, it has a lot of bass. Not a lot of bass. It's not that much, but it's okay. I could mix throughout with it, and and things will come out good. But once I add the mix cubes and the sub, like everything just sounds.
So you'll have them all on at the same time, or you'll just switch between?
I switch between.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because
I start off with the mix cubes. I start mixing with those. Then it's okay to me. Then I add the main monitors, and then I add the bass to see. Yeah, I keep going back and forth.
guess it depends on what kind of music you're doing too. But I don't know. I don't like to hear like the full frequency response the whole time. Yeah. It just kind of gets a little much.
You get tired.
Yeah. What projects are you working on currently?
I'm working on, I produced one of my friends. You know, he's a dope lyricist, but he just comes out and, you know, like, you know what, I'll produce 5 songs for you just so you can, you know, hear yourself, and, you know, because he's been great. I'm like, you know, let me just give me 4 or 5 songs. Let me just, you know, you rap on it, be serious about it, then we go from there. And we've done 2 tracks, and they've been amazing.
Nice.
And so, you know, I think he's supposed to come by tonight, and yeah, we'll try. I have a new track I made for him.
So he just lets you do your thing with the production, and then he comes in and writes lyrics. Yeah. Does he write on the spot, or does you send it to him and then he comes in?
He
with
writes
something?
on the spot.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he writes on the spot.
You did 2 already, so you have 3 more to go.
3 more to go. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's hard to get him. It's like, bro, let's go to the studio. Yeah, it's like, oh, I'm busy. Like, people.
Oh, I see.
Like, yeah.
Okay. So, like, what would you say the majority of your work is? Is it like producing with an artist, or is it mixing just by yourself, or what do you?
I mean, mixing by myself I enjoy a lot, because I could just be in the zone. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Then producing, you know, it takes a while, you know, because you have to get the right sound. You know, it gets tiring, you know, because looking for just one sound to just make or something, you know. So
searching through your catalogs of
everything.
It
takes a while. Then and so I just give up on the track, then come back the next day, and you know, but mixing I can sit through it, you know, because there's something new. Oh, exciting me, you know, something if you throw in this plug, oh, it's like, oh wow, it's like, oh shit, that's now you're getting you're more in the zone, you know, in the mood, and so yeah.
I think that's really important too, to keep the excitement there, because for me, like, you know, that's when I do my best work, is with a mix. Like I said before, when you get the tracks in, they're clean, it sounds good, then you can actually like be creative with the mix, and you can add your flavor and taste to it, and adding things that are exciting you. Then, you know, it brings out the best in not only their song for the client, but you know, it just allows you to really just put your full potential, your full vision into it and enjoy it. Because like I'm sure there's been times where I've like you know, you've been sent something to work on, and it's just like not the best thing, but you know, you do it anyway, and you try to like squeeze the most out of it and make it exciting, but sometimes it isn't.
True.
So it's nice to, you know, when you do get those projects that are just really inspiring, to be able to like just dive into the mix and just feel good and having fun, and, you know, getting a great end result. And those are always, for me, like the most rewarding. But that's cool that you're working with the artists here and mixing and everything. So you're pretty much doing everything like from start to finish for them, or besides mastering most of the time?
Yeah. So you mean like working there from the beginning to?
Yeah, like start from like the production. You do the beat, the track, and then you record, you do the engineering, and then the mixing.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Then if I can do the mashing, I'll try. If not, I just like, maybe somebody should take over.
Yeah.
Because I've been throughout the whole process, and like, you know.
Yeah, it's nice to have you know, that's one of the great things about using an experienced mastering engineer, is just their ears, just a fresh ears on the project. Because like when we're in the zone and in the bubble with the song, and it's like can't hear certain things that are going on like overall, like on a macro level with the mix. So yeah, it's always nice to have that extra set of ears.
And even I've searched on YouTube. I've noticed that there are not a lot of mastering tutorials.
Not as much as mixing. That's for sure. There's a lot of mixing. There's a lot of like how to edit weird like vocal edit stuff. Like there's a lot of lots of mixing ones for sure. different like
even when you search for it, like I mean, maybe it's an old video, like old techniques. So I mean, they still work, but you want to see something. Okay, what everybody's doing right now.
exactly.
But nobody's willing to share that knowledge.
Yeah, it's with mixing, especially like how the new genres that are coming out, like new sounds, new artists. The techniques, the basic stuff's still kind of the same, but then there's also like different techniques and different ways of using plugins and things that to get these different tones, just different effects too. But yeah, I'm always interested too. That's why whenever a new tutorial pops up or someone that I follow like post something new, I'm always like, I gotta check that out because it's just so much fun, just to see, even if it's not the style of music you like or whatever, but just to see what other people are doing in Pro Tools is just I get really nerdy, just like excited and nerd out on it. Yeah. What are the plans for the rest of the year? Just keep working with your artists and just keep grinding, keep hustling and doing mixing and
pretty much, trying to find new acts or try to get more clients too.
Do you go to shows?
I tried to when if I see somebody invites me or if I pop up somewhere.
So far, how has it been for you getting new clients? Is it mainly word of mouth, or do you hit people up, or do you like I was asking if you go to shows, because usually that's a great way to it's like everyone's like, well, I need to go out and network and meet people and make new contacts, and it's like
I need to start doing. I used to do it before, but I need to start doing it again because all my clients are I have old clients, but now they don't have time, so I need to go find people that have time to record. Come on. Get more clients. So I think I might start just going to shows because I know there's a independent show happening on Tuesdays and somewhere Unplugged or something called Unplugged. And I've been saying, I'll go up there and try to network it, but I keep forgetting.
Remember that one time we ran into each other at that one venue?
Yeah.
What was that venue?
I think it was it Catch One? I think.
No, maybe that's what it's called now. It was on Sunset, like in Silver Lake area, or like Los Feliz area.
Oh,
that 2-story building.
Is it Shortstop? No, was it Shortstop?
No, can't remember. But it was for some like
Los Globos,
showcase.
Los Globos. Yeah.
Yeah, those are good to go to because it's like it's various crowds, not just one genre kind of thing. Yeah. So that's pretty cool. That's actually a perfect example. They called it was like some industry mixer or something like that. I've been here for almost 5 years, and I still kind of go to the same places when I'm around here. Like, are there any cool places in the area that you've seen or that you know of? Like any venues or like bars or like places where there's musicians or anything, like any shows, like even if it's a smaller venue. There's nothing that I've really found.
Like in this area.
Yeah,
not like Hollywood or
just like within a 5 mile radius. No.
The valleys just people just come in and chill.
Yeah, most of the time. There is a place that it's a pretty divey place, but do you know the Witch's Brew bar?
Yeah.
There's sometimes they have like karaoke and it gets pretty crazy. Yeah, but I've been down there a few times. What else is around here?
I know there's a lot of strip clubs.
Oh yeah.
On like every corner.
Yeah, what is that one right there by the gas station?
Yeah,
oh man. Yeah, I haven't gone into any of them. Like I've had friends come by and they're like, we should go check them out, and I just never got around to it. Around here there's not that many. Like there's a few good restaurants that I like, but I just kind of have to like drive out farther to get to the better spots. Have you ever been to the Thai place down there?
On Subovator?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I love that one. I like that place, and then the barbecue place, and then
I haven't tried the barbecue. I've been wanting to try it.
It's really good. And then there's a sushi place called Rockin' Sushi. That's okay. They have a good happy hour. And then you've been to the 94th Aero Squadron.
Uh-uh.
It's like right by the the airport. They have a good happy hour too.
It's called 94 Squadron.
Yeah, 94th Aero Squadron. Yeah, but it's pretty cool. Yeah,
I just moved back to the Valley actually.
Oh yeah,
like a couple of weeks.
Around where?
Panorama. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I just me and my wife, we just decided to like come back to the Valley, and like, all right.
Where were you at before?
By USC.
Okay.
USC. So I should drive from there to here. Like
brutal traffic. Yeah.
Still brutal traffic even when I try to go to work or something. My work is at Hawthorne.
Oh, okay. Okay. So and then you're going in the direction of traffic. Shit. So what is that, like an hour?
Yeah.
It's like it's not terrible, but still. And then on the way back, you're hitting it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're up in what was the name of the spot you were in? Past Palm Springs?
La Quinta.
Yeah. How was that?
It was nice. The resort was nice.
Yeah.
But the weather sucked.
Just too. Was it dry? It was really dry heat.
Yeah, dry heat. And some days it was humid. So it was like, man, and it rained. I'm like,
what?
What am I getting here?
Wow.
So it was I heard the resort is nice in the winter, when it's cold, but the heat was still a lot of people were there, for the whole week, I didn't know people spent like just chilling. Like, damn, I didn't know people like love coming to resorts and shit. So
yeah, I like Palm Springs. I'm not the fan of extreme heat like that, but I do like Palm Springs and just like up in the desert over there. But so what were you doing for work up there? What do you do for work for other work?
I'm a systems engineer. Do IT stuff.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I was making sure everything was for the technical part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was making sure everything was going smooth for all the presentations and all that. Equipment and yeah.
Nice, man. If anyone wants to hit you up for mixing, producing, what would be the best way to get in touch with you? Do you have through Instagram or website, or what would be the best way for them to hit you up?
Instagram and email. Right now, my site is down. My website is down. You can hit me up at Famos Fame, famous without the U. Mm-hmm. Famous. So Famos Fame on Instagram. Hit me on Twitter, same thing. On Facebook, same thing. Or you can email me by famousbyfame@gmail.com.
Perfect.
Yeah. So,
well, man, thank you so much for
thanks
coming
for having me, man.
Chat, and
it's dope,
nice to nerd out on some. I love this stuff, man. Like, I love this is one of the big reasons why I started doing this, because just to be able to talk with others who are in the industry that sit in front of Pro Tools all day. So it's like I just love to nerd out and chat about all this stuff. So thank you, man. I appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Cheers.
Cheers.